My daughter had been quiet the entire dinner. Not upset. Not bored. Just quiet in that thoughtful way children get when they're trying to understand something important. Then she looked at my girlfriend. And asked a question that made the whole table go silent. If you marry my dad.
If you marry my dad.
She hesitated.
Do you have to love me?
Do you have to love me too? For a moment, nobody moved. Not me. Not Claire. Not even the fork Maya was holding. And in that strange, suspended second, I realized something that made my chest tighten. My 8-year-old daughter wasn't asking a cute question. She was asking if she was about to lose her place in my life. Let me explain how we got there. 4 years earlier, my marriage had ended quietly. No screaming matches. No dramatic betrayal. Just two people who slowly realized they were no longer building the same future. Divorce always sounds explosive when people talk about it. But sometimes it's just quiet. 2 signatures on a piece of paper. 2 separate apartments. And one small girl trying to understand why her world suddenly had 2 front doors. After that, I made a promise to myself. Maya would never feel second place. Dating wasn't banned. But it wasn't exactly a priority either. For 4 years, it was just the two of us. Soccer practice. Saturday pancakes. Movie nights where we both pretended the dog understood the plot. It was simple. And it was safe. Then I met Claire. Not in some dramatic movie moment. Just a coffee shop. One conversation that somehow turned into 3 hours. Claire had this calm about her. The kind that doesn't try to impress you. The kind that makes silence feel comfortable instead of awkward. After a few months, I realized something surprising. I didn't just like her. I trusted her. And when you've been careful with your heart for a long time, trust feels bigger than attraction. Still, introducing her to Maya terrified me. Not because I doubted Claire. But because I understood something about children that adults sometimes forget. Kids don't measure people by charm. They measure them by permanence. They want to know who's staying. And who's eventually leaving. The first time Claire met Maya was at the park. No pressure. Just the 3 of us and a golden retriever running circles in the grass. Maya was polite. Friendly even. But she watched Claire carefully. Not suspicious. Just curious. Like she was studying the shape of something new entering her world. At the time, I thought she was simply shy. Now I realize she was asking a silent question. Is this person temporary? Or permanent? Which brings us back to that dinner. Spaghetti. Garlic bread. Chocolate cupcakes Claire had brought from the bakery down the street. Conversation had been easy all evening. School stories. Dog stories. An argument about which Disney movie had the saddest ending. But Maya had grown quieter as the night went on. Thinking. Observing. Processing. And then she asked it.
If you marry
that question.
My dad,
if you marry my dad. Do you have to love me too? I felt my stomach drop. Not because the question was rude. Because it was honest. And honest questions from children always land deeper than adults expect. For the first time all evening, I realized what Maya had been afraid to say out loud. She wasn't worried about me loving someone else. She was worried someone else might love me. More than they loved her. I opened my mouth to answer. To reassure her. To fix the moment. But Claire gently placed her hand over mine. A small signal. Let her speak. Claire pushed her chair back and knelt beside Maya so they were eye level. She didn't rush. She didn't laugh the question away. She treated it like the serious thing it was. Then she said something I will probably remember for the rest of my life. Sweetheart, she said softly. If I ever loved your dad enough to marry him. Loving you wouldn't be something I have to do. She paused. And smiled. It would be something I'd be lucky to do. Maya studied her. Really studied her. Children are incredible lie detectors. They listen to tone more than words. They watch eyes more than smiles. After a moment she asked another question. Even when I'm annoying? Claire laughed. Especially then. Something shifted in Maya's face. Not excitement. Something quieter than that. Relief. She picked up her fork again. Took another bite of spaghetti. And nodded once. A small nod. But it felt like the most important approval anyone in that room could give. Later that night, after Claire left, Maya was brushing her teeth. She looked at me through the bathroom mirror. You like her a lot, she said. I nodded. Yeah. She thought for a moment. Then she said something that surprised me. I think she likes us. Us. Not just me. When I tucked her into bed that night, she pulled the blanket up under her chin the way she always did when she was thinking. Then she whispered something into the quiet room. She can stay. And just like that. The interview was over. A year later, I stood in the kitchen watching Maya and Claire bake cupcakes together. Flour on the counter. Chocolate frosting on Maya's nose. Laughter echoing through the house. Claire caught me watching and smiled. And Maya turned, pointing the spatula at me like a tiny judge delivering a verdict. See? She said proudly. I told you she could stay. Love stories usually focus on two people. But sometimes the real love story is when someone new walks into your life and understands something important immediately. You're not just loving one person. You're joining a family. And if you're lucky, that family chooses you back. If this story touched you even a little, comment family. Like this video. And if you believe love should always make room for the people who matter most, subscribe for more stories about second chances. Disclaimer. This story is fictional and created for entertainment purposes with the help of AI. Any resemblance to real people or events is purely coincidental. Please make thoughtful decisions in your own life. This story is not professional advice.